What is up, awesome people of the internet? Guys, we back for another video today. And this one is sort of breaking news. The reason why is because Jewell Loyd is the newest player to there we go. Jewell Loyd is the newest player to commit to Project B. All right. This actually just dropped about an hour ago. I was on my way home from work and the news came through. Got home and I was like, ooh, I had something else planned, but let me go live and let's talk about this because there's just some stuff I really want to talk about, and I just want to get my thoughts out there now, and then because in my opinion, this is big news, and this is a continuation of further cracks in the WNBA, and I still got a lot more questions about Project B. A whole lot more questions. Okay, all right. Jewell Loyd, guys, just dropped the bombshell again about an hour ago. The three-time WNBA champion is leaving the traditional offseason behind, meaning Unrivaled now, which is now the traditional. She is leaving and joining Project B. It's a brand new league that is starting up in 2026, November of 2026. And this is a league that is offering stuff that the WNBA cannot match. Massive salaries, ownership piece. And yeah, it's pretty big, pretty massive actually. There's been three other players that were announced in Project B. And yeah, let's get into it real quick. Yes, I did see that proposed contract. We'll get through Project B, and if you all want, we can actually move on to talk about the WNBA and the $1.1 million max salary that just came through today in terms of that news came through. And so, yes, I do have thoughts about that and have a perspective that I want to share. We'll get into that in just a moment. Again, the news of the day is that Jewell Loyd is joining Project B, and she is just one of now 4 players who are solidified for Project B. Jonquel Jones announced yesterday that she was joining Project B. Nneka, Ogwumike, and Alyssa Thomas announced already that they were in Project B. Nneka was the first announcement. Then it was Alyssa Thomas. Now, then you had Jonquel Jones. Now you have Jewell Loyd. Once again, this is turning out to be a league of older players. Remember, guys, Project B is going to be launching in both Europe and Asia in November of 2026. Okay? That's the big news of the day. And if you all are confused and you're like, wait, what? What is Project B? I'm kind of confused. Quita, can you kind of talk about what Project B actually is? Well, here's the deal, guys. Anyway, 66 players, 6 teams, 11 players on each team. They're going to be giving out higher salaries than the WNBA and Unrivaled. We did see reporting that said, in the $2 million mark is what some players might be getting for one season in Unrivaled or in Project B, which is way more than Unrivaled and way more than the WNBA. Players are going to be able to get equity stake in there as well. And the league will run from November to April, which does not overlap with the WNBA. But at some point, if you're getting upwards of $2 million to play for Project B, eventually you might be like, do I really want the measly check that the WNBA is giving me, right? And eventually this might be a thing. And this is going to be a huge thing for players, and they're going to be able to play during the offseason in both Europe and Asia. This is going to be kind of like a traveling thing where they're in a particular area for maybe a couple days, couple weeks, doing a tournament, then moving on and going somewhere else. This is the reason why this matters is because if you all have not been paying attention, the WNBA and its players are locked into a very, very, very tense CBA conversation right now, right? Salary, the percentage of league revenue is a huge tension point. Like it's a huge factor in the issues that the WNBA is having with the players in terms of them being able to collectively agree on something. Players, they want to get what they're worth in the WNBA. What and they want a certain dollar amount. They want a certain piece of the revenue, piece of the pie for the WNBA, and Project B looks like it's giving them that and a whole lot more. All right. So again, let's actually go back to Jewell Loyd, and let's see what she had to say in her post. All right. She said, every step forward in this game is an investment in what's possible. I believe in where women's basketball is headed, and the worldwide momentum is real. I'm excited to help shape what comes next for the next generation, okay? That is a big, big, big statement from the likes of Jewell Loyd. Again, this is the larger statement. And the reason, and I actually want to show this for a reason. And then what Project B is having is after an announcement is made, then, they make a video about it. Here's Jewell Loyd's video.
Hey guys, Jewell Loyd here. I'm super excited to be joining Project B. Looking forward to this great opportunity. Let's get it.
She's looking forward to the opportunity. Let's get it. Hopefully y'all can hear that. And then remember, guys, just yesterday, they did announce that Jonquel Jones is participating in Project B. Again, they keep using this phrase, player, partner, owner, because that's what Unrivaled, or I keep saying Unrivaled, that's what Project B really is. These players are not just players. They are a part owner of Project B, and they're a partner in trying to shape what the future looks like. Oh, we got a super chat. Thank you so much, Team Monique, for the super chat. Really do appreciate it. Thank you so much. Says, yay, I caught a live with Quita Love from LA. Will definitely be tuned into Project B, but I want the W to succeed first. Facts. I agree on everything you just said, Team Monique. Yes, I'm going to be watching for sure. But yes, I really, really need the WNBA to succeed. I mean, that's what I really, really, really want. But Tulip, good point, says iron sharpens iron. Project B will push the WW to do better. And I agree with that too. Yes. I absolutely think that's a thing. 100%. Yes. Competition can be a really good thing because sometimes you're resting on your laurels and you're not doing what you should be doing to innovate and to ensure that the players are happy. And so here comes a startup that's about to take your money, and you have to be able to evolve with the times, okay? Jonquel Jones, she said, I'm excited to join Project B, showcasing a mix of rising stars, stateside, and of course, international talent, all coming together to elevate the game and the fan experience. Through the years, I've seen the game grow in incredible ways, and it's inspiring to witness bold leaders in women's basketball continue pushing it forward. So that's what Jonquel Jones had to say. Again, it's very, in my opinion, strategic, the specific words that these players are saying. All right? Thank you, Kentucky Rick. I appreciate you. Y'all, shout out to the mod, Kentucky Rick. And here's what Jonquel.
Hey, Hoops fans, it's your girl JJ here. I am super ecstatic and super honored to announce that I will be joining Project B to be able to continue to play against the best players in the world. play with the best players in the world, and be able to see new parts of the world. So let's get it, Project B. Hey, Hoops fan.
So yeah, she's clearly excited. Okay, and it also there was how many of y'all have listened to the full clip, the full show for Sarah Spain? Elena Beard was on there, and I haven't actually been able to. I haven't had a chance to listen to the full thing, and so I'll try to tonight. The goal was to actually listen to that tonight, but then this news came through, and I was like, let me just go live, and I'll listen to the full thing later. But there was one clip that Project B ended up putting on their socials that I got some thoughts about, and I want to play it for y'all, and we can talk together about our collective thoughts about this. Okay. Oh, but first, we got another super chat. Thank you so much, Josh, for the super chat. Really do appreciate your support. Says, late night Quita, love the show. Tuning in from South Florida. Go Canes. Shout out to Florida. All of Florida. Thank you so much for your support. It really does mean a bunch. Like it really does mean a lot. It really, really does. Especially considering, guys, this is a different week for us. I'm taking the week off from Quita in the mornings. We've been doing 6 straight months, guys. 6 straight months of not missing Monday through Friday, whether I was awake or tired or whatever, regardless of how I was feeling, I pressed my way and ensured that we had a stream. But the 6 months are over, and I was like, you know what? I think I do need a week break, not to go away from content, but to actually start to experiment a little bit. How many of y'all actually watched the show that we did earlier today? What did y'all think about it? Let me know your thoughts. Again, I'm trying to experiment on certain stuff. Some of y'all might remember Women's Basketball Weekly. That was a weekly show that I used to do that I really enjoyed. That took a lot of work, but it was very fulfilling. Like literally, it takes more time. This morning's show took about 3 days of Quita in the mornings time in terms of time. That's how long it took. 3 days combined of prep and execution for Quita in the mornings is how much I took to make the show this morning. And I love doing stuff like that. Like, yes, it might not actually like result in like views or whatever, but like I get so much joy from that. But so anyway, that's that. So this week, a lot of experimentations. Tomorrow there will be a something for y'all to watch. Okay, there will be a show for y'all to watch. Again, still continuing to just have fun with it and experiment, because here's the thing, I do this because I love it, and I do this because literally my first audience is me. and I want to make sure I'm continuing to evolve. Sure, absolutely for you all, because you all are amazing, but also because I really love this. Like I think this is actually fun. I think this is really fun. Okay, so let's get into the part of the Sarah Spain interview. Again, remember, guys, I will listen to the entire thing likely tonight once I get off of the stream. Okay, all right, and we got a hard stop at the 30 mark. So we got about 20. We got 12 more minutes to hang out. Okay. All right, here's the clip.
You know, for a long time, players here in the States wanted off-season options in the U.S. because women had to go abroad, sometimes to places like Russia that they didn't always feel necessarily safe or really even understand what.
Let me know if you can't hear
the financial backing of their ownership was or otherwise. Now with Athletes Unlimited and Unrivaled, there are great options in the States. Are you hearing from players that they're, again, some of them looking to find a way for basketball to take them abroad?
Right. I think what I would always say to that is that I absolutely love what Unrivaled and Athletes Unlimited are doing. We're all different kind of models in terms of how we think about this thing. What we want to focus on is sort of that global nature of what we're building. What I wholeheartedly believe is that we're only going to amplify what the WNBA is doing domestically and sort of build out that global footprint to in turn create global superstars. Right. When you think about sort of the top 10 highest paid professional women athletes in the world, 8 of those are tennis players, right? And we're no different, than kind of that WTA model, right? Because they're hosting these 2-week tournaments in sort of these cities around the world. But they have now more access to resources, to networks, to brand and commercial deals that is making them these global superstars. So if there's anything that I can share here is that we're not competing with anyone, right? We're an exclusive league. We got 6 teams, 66 players. There's so much more talent across the board here. It is our intent to ensure that we're only amplifying what these women are doing on the court and compensating them accordingly. We are treating them like partners, right? They're owners in this. They're our largest stakeholders, one of our largest stakeholder groups. And so they're going to reap the benefit of the value that they're creating, not only on the court, but off the court, because they're brands. They are individual brands that deserve to be paid for whatever they bring onto the court. And that's how we're focusing on.
So hopefully you all heard that. I got some thoughts. I got some thoughts on this, and my thoughts are like specifically about the idea of this being them not competing with other leagues. They are competing with other leagues. Come on now. Here's the thing. Project B is happening during the same time as Unrivaled competition, during the same time as Athletes Unlimited, probably not competition, but still something to note. And also, it is literally starting right after the WNBA season. It's competition. You are competing with other women's basketball leagues. And we're not even talking about the European leagues. And so like the idea of this not being a thing where they're competing with others. Come on now, like of course everyone knows this is a competition. Okay, that's 100% what this is. This is a competition, and there is a finite number of top players that will bring the maximum amount of talent, but also the maximum amount of dollars to these various leagues. And so, yeah. So like the idea of this not being a competition thing with the W or with Unrivaled or whatever, like I just don't believe it. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. And also, how are y'all actually making money? How are you really gonna pay? And again, I'll listen to the full Sarah Spain interview. Maybe that'll help give me some more insight to it. But I'll listen to it tomorrow. I'll have more thoughts likely tomorrow. Again, I was not planning on going live. Literally, the only reason I'm going live is to let you all know of the breaking news that Jewell Loyd has signed with Project B. She is all set to go. She is one of 4 players that have already signed up. We got Nneka Ogwumike, we got Alyssa Thomas, we got Jonquel Jones, and we have Jewell Loyd. They are all set to go in Project B. Remember, guys, Project B is going to be a league of 66 players, 6 teams, 11 players on each team, which can be pretty small, especially if you're considering the fact that injuries happen, especially if these players are going to be playing year round, because literally the WNBA season is May to October. So you got May to October, and then this is supposed to be November to April. So if this is not a competition, Elena Beard, if you are not competing for the same players, for the same top players, then I'm confused. Because literally these players will be playing year round, which players are used to that. That's been a thing for forever. But with the newfound leagues in Athletes Unlimited and Unrivaled, it has allowed players to have a little bit of a break, right? WNBA season ended in October. Well, if you made it to the finals, it ended in October. And Unrivaled starts in January. So it's giving you some time before you got to play again. Athletes Unlimited, I believe that starts in February, I believe. I believe it starts in February. So again, you're getting more time. But this Project B thing, again, guys, it starts November of 2026. If your team makes it to the finals in 2026, you make it to the finals, basically a couple weeks later, you're in Project B, or depending on how the WNBA shifts the schedule, you might have a day or two break. And so that's something to note, guys. It's something to note of higher salaries. We've seen around that $2 million mark be reported, what some players will be getting. Of course, not every player will be getting that, but like that's a thing. And so, yeah, 4 players. You got 62 more players to go. This is a older crowd of players that have been selected. Again, Nneka, Ogwumike, Alyssa Thomas, Jewell Loyd, Jonquel Jones. These are older players in the WNBA, right? These are older players. These are not the youngest players. And so that's something to note as well, because I can imagine sooner or later, we're about to start seeing younger players in their 20s, start to sign up for Project B, or maybe not. We'll see. Is this going to be an old player? Like, not old player. Is it going to be an older players type of league? A league where players who are looking to just make a whole bunch of money and kind of retire soon, that they're going to join? I don't know. But also, if that's going to be the thing, how you going to pay a lot of players $2 million and still recoup your... Some questions. It's some questions about how this league can actually have longevity. I'm just saying. Crank that. Thank you so much for the super chat. Salute to you. Thank you. Says Project B will impact Unrivaled more than the WNBA. 100%. 100%, because in 2027, I guess Jewell Loyd and Alyssa Thomas ain't playing for Unrivaled because they signed up for Project B. Just saying. Barte, thank you so much for the super chat. Really do appreciate your support. Thank you. Says, so excited for whatever changes are coming. I love all your content. Love from West Virginia. Okay, Barte. Hopefully I'm saying your name right. Barte, were you watching the Duke West Virginia game? Were you watching it? And I love after they win, they do a little bit of Country Road, take me home. I can't sing. But anyway, y'all, it's pretty exciting. And also, I did want to leave with this. I just got to say, I think we kind of know where Project B is trending next. Because go on Project B's Twitter account. You go to following and see who they are following, okay? Of course, they're following one of the co-founders, of course. Sarah Spain makes sense because she did the interview. And I wonder if there's if she had, I wonder if she's going to be one of the exclusive media partners for them. I don't know. But anyway, makes sense. Cynthia Cooper. So you got some older players involved in it. Cynthia Cooper, Diana Taurasi, they're following Chinea Ogwumike. They're following one of my goats, Lauren Jackson. They're following, I don't know this person, Jennifer Trey something. Again, there's some people I don't know, so we're going to skip them real quick. They're following Candace Parker. Of course, she's an investor in this league. Let's skip over some more names. Novak Djokovic, Sloane Stevens. Here's a name y'all know, Kelsey Mitchell. Why am I not following Kelsey Mitchell? Does she post? I don't even know. But anyway, they're following Kelsey Mitchell. Guys, will we start to see in about a week or so or a month or so, will we see Kelsey Mitchell signed with? I'm just saying. They're following her for a reason. It has to be, right? They're following Kelsey Mitchell. They're following Camila Cardoso. They're following Jewell Loyd, which I don't know why I'm not following her either. They're following Maureen Johannes. Okay? They're following Jonquel Jones. They're following Nneka Ogwumike, who is already signed with them. They're following Alyssa Thomas. And then YouTube. And Fever Global. Fever Global is a... what is Fever Global? Isn't this a... is this a... Oh, no, it's just a Oh, it's just a random company. Anyway, I thought it had something to do with the Indian Fever. But anyway, they're following Kelsey Mitchell, Maureen Johannes, Camila Cardoso. I'm just saying, these players might be next. I'm just saying. All right. Oh, we got another super chat. I want to read that real quick, and I do have to hop. Sorry. Thank you so much, Jeff Blaze. Like Jess Blaze, but like the producer or whatever. Anyway, thank you so much for the super chat. Says, I told you the WNBA got to pay $1 million per player at least. Yes, there was a report that came out that said that $1.1 million is on the table. I did want to talk about that. However, we are out of time. That's what happens when I go live. I ramble too much. Sorry about that. But we will be back for more commentary, for more coverage tomorrow. Again, guys, the breaking news is that Jewell Loyd has signed with Project B. She is one of 4 players who are already all set to go in this league, a league that is directly competing with Unrivaled and also, in my opinion, competing with the WNBA, regardless of what Alana Beard wants to say. It's a competition. Y'all all competing for the same top players because all y'all are trying to compete for the biggest dollar. And yes, there's a ton of women's basketball players, ton. But not everybody can bring in big numbers. Not everybody can be the most competitive. Not everybody can be the most talented. And so, yes, you are competing for the tippy top of players. But I gotta say, it'd be kind of fun to see Camila Cardoso, Kelsey Mitchell, and the like in Project B. I'm just saying. That's all I'm saying, guys. That is all I am saying. All right. See y'all later. Have a good night, guys. I will talk to y'all in the morning and see you next time. Until next time, guys. Bye-bye.